Great way to begin, great way. Hey crew, welcome to the Spiritual Social. I'm Lexi, your local lightworker, and it's such a pleasure to be able to record a new reading for you guys. This will be a pick-a-card reading on the topic of what do you need to hear during this period from Spirit. What does the higher mind, the great intelligence of the cosmos, God, the creator, however you want to call it, what does the spiritual force binding all life together, what does it want to convey to you? What may you need to hear in order to feel like your best self during trying times? At the moment, as you guys know, astrologically, it is a whirlwind of energies. We are in the middle of an eclipse corridor, which opened on the 25th of March with the full moon eclipse in Libra. It will peak around the 8th of April with the new moon eclipse in Aries. We are going to have on the 20th of April, as the sun will be moving from Aries into Taurus, we will be having the great conjunction between the great benefic, the planet Jupiter, and the planet of constant change, Uranus. And we are going to wrap up Mercury retrograde on the 25th of April, seeing as we are about to embark on this 3 weeks journey of communications mayhem. This will begin officially tomorrow on the 1st of April. And I think that this energy is bringing me back somehow. My life has been incredibly eventful this year in a bunch of ways, both good and bad. As you guys know, and I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for all of your support. But as you know, my father has fallen ill. He actually is receiving some treatment at the moment. So he's doing a little bit better. He's well taken care of. And at the same time as my father went through this emergency situation, I also was joining ranks in a full-time job. It's a job that requires me to train, to learn new things, and to socialize with a large number of people, something that I kind of grew out of custom in the last 3 years, as I spent most of the time by myself and interacting with you guys mostly online. So a number of challenges, a number of things that happened at the same time. As you guys know as well, I'm getting some treatment. I'm dealing with some childhood patterns and some issues, going to therapy and taking some medicine. And it's been going really well. I am so grateful for the fact that I have such a great team of healers. But unfortunately, all of this energy, all of these changes, all of these events have taken me slightly away from my tarot and astrological work. I've been doing a lot of reading in the background. I've been reading almost like an astrology book a day. I am famished for knowledge. But I feel like the time is not yet ready for me to create the videos that I need to create. I'm just in a stage of macerating all that knowledge, and I will release it as soon as I can. In the meantime, I thought of creating this reading for you guys because as we are going through all of these weird shifts and energetic corridors, I really want to be by your side. I love you guys so much from the bottom of my heart. You mean the world to me, honestly. You guys helped me in the last 3 years as much as I was also helping you. And I cannot be more grateful for your presence, for your love, for the tiny ways in which you contribute to my development. Even if you just drop a like on my videos, even if you just simply subscribe, you don't even have to comment. But if you want to share what you're thinking and where your journey, your spiritual journey is taking you at the moment, feel free to drop comments. I just love you guys, and I really feel sorry for the fact that I wasn't able to be so present as I wanted to this year for you guys. I'm going through changes. I hope that these will be some changes that will help me ascend spiritually so I can do even better work for you guys. I will never stop doing astrology. I will never stop doing tarot. This is my calling. This is why I am here. I am incarnated. But from time to time I may go on breaks. I may release work in a more slower way because some work requires more study. It requires more patience, more effort. and I just really want to continue to grow, to innovate, to inspire you, and to give you things that you can come back to and find value and meaning and purpose. Okay, this long introduction put to the side, I thought I would give you a choice today of 4 different typologies. I was taking a walk in the park today and they just came to me. I was saying a prayer and asking Spirit for guidance, and as I was walking, all of a sudden these archetypes or typologies or personality traits were forming in my mind. So Spirit clearly had something to do with it. I was inspired. As you guys know, the word inspired contains the word spirit inside of it. So whenever we get these beautiful ideas, we don't know where they come from, right? We don't know where ideas come from. We just know we have them and that we need them. But it is part magic, and it is part the ways in which our minds work, the ways in which our brains process information. So all this being said, I feel the need to introduce to you group 1, and I thought of giving you guys the typology of the seer. I will tell you at your specific pile what your qualities and defects are before I jump into the messages. I already pre-shuffled the cards here so we can jump straight into the messages. So for you group 2, I have here the believer. If you identify with this typology, this is your pile. Now for you group 3, I think group 2s and 3s are gonna have a lot of people that will listen to both of them, or they are linked in some way. I can't wait to see you in which way. But first, let me introduce to you the group. So group 3 is the creator typology, and we have here group 4, we have the feeler. Okay, I think this is my personal favorite, but don't let me bias your choice. Feel free to just select however you see fit. Go by the color, go by the position of the cards. You may randomly pick a pile and see if it resonates. Feel free to play the game of chance, you know. I always like to do that, much like sometimes I like to do bibliomancy, which means that you just open a book at a specific page and see if the first line that your eyes fall upon speaks to you at a soul level. We can do a game like this further along. I am interested in creating a variety of types of readings for you guys. As you know, I've been quite experimental here on my channel, but today we're gonna keep it simple. We're gonna keep it soulful. If you have had a good look at these colors, at these typologies, at the cards, and if you have made a choice, I'm not going to keep you waiting too long. I just want to give you a great big energetic hug and to welcome you in my family. If this is the first time that you stumble upon such a video, hi, welcome. There's nothing for you to be afraid of. All I do is I do with love, with a lot of inspiration and dedication. Everything is pretty clear and transparent. Feel free to ask me guys questions in the comments. If you're new, if you're a returning subscriber, I cannot thank you enough for your loyalty. Thank you for being here, my beautiful soul family member, and I hope that you'll enjoy this reading. Thank you for your support. Please make sure to drop a comment, like, subscribe, and have a look at all the links that I placed for you in the description box below and in the comment section. Lots of goodies there for you to explore, lots of different ways in which you can get in touch with me outside of these YouTube readings. I look forward to working with you if you feel so inclined. But until then, let's jump straight into your reading. What would Spirit like you to know during this period? Let's find out. Hi group 1, hello darlings, I'm so happy to have you here with me for a pick-a-card reading on the topic of what does Spirit want you to know at this specific moment in time, the moment when you stumble upon this reading. It can be at any point in the future or maybe around the time when I release this reading. I'm so grateful that you're here with me. If you're new, I hope you can spend some time, you can hang out with us. If you're a returning subscriber, then I cannot express how happy I am that you're here with me. So this reading is for those of you that were drawn to the seer typology. As a seer, I feel like you're a very observant individual. I feel like you love to take in all the details of your visual reality. You are a person that is able to also have foresight. You are a relative visionary. You like to have a picture of how your life would like to be like, and then you like to walk on that path. And my Lily here tends to agree because I keep interacting with it. The negative aspect of the seer is the fact that you tend to mostly rely on what you see in front of you. You have to work at developing your third eye, that point inside of yourself, that intuitive knowledge that goes beyond what is obvious, what is right in front of you. So bearing this in mind, let's see. If you didn't identify with this description, choose any of the other 3 piles I have. So bearing this in mind, let's see the cards that you got. First of all, we're going to begin with the tarot. So I have here a King of Wands. You have a very developed masculine energy, and you may be an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, or you could have the Sun, the planet Mars, or the planet Jupiter as your chart dominance. I see here an individual that is very calculated, charismatic, filled with life, energy, and passion, quite, lusty. This is the energy of somebody that loves life, loves everything with a deep passion. And I feel that your most wonderful characteristic is the fact that not only do you crave inspiration, but you end up empowering and inspiring other people as well. Now, I also have here the Ace of Cups, which tells me that very soon you may fall in love. This could be with a new project, this could be with a place, it may be with a pet or with a human being. I feel very strongly that you are ready to give and receive love, and Spirit is blessing this energy in your life. It is preparing your heart to open up so that you can feel it beating faster, and I'm sure that this is going to make you feel like I'm in my element. As a feisty, passionate individual, the fact that the waters of your heart are going to open up, this is a wonderful energy which tells me that you are going to finally be able to experience a sense of exhilarating freedom in your life. Now, I also see here the successful completion of a very difficult cycle, a fated cycle, potentially some sort of string of karmic challenges that you just couldn't find a way to get out of. It was one thing after another. And I see here that from now on, more stability is coming into your life. I feel that success is guaranteed. An award, a certification, a sum of money, something that you've been diligently working towards is going to reach its peak moment. A swan song of some kind. The completion of a really long project, and even the efforts that you put into the building up of a relationship are now going to bear fruits. I see that you will be center stage. People are going to be looking for your advice. They are going to want to know what you're thinking. You may be asked to speak in front of people with authority on something that you know a lot about. I see here the signs of Leo, Taurus, Aquarius, and Scorpio. This represents the eagle, the bird that represents the phoenix-sized version of the higher-minded scorpion. So these are all fixed signs. We have here fixed fire, fixed earth, fixed air, and fixed water. So something grounding, stable, the 4 pillars of your life are going to finally be planted someplace. You will make a decision that will bring a lot more safety in your life, a sense of I am here, I have conquered, this is mine, this shall not be taken away from me. There could be some sort of public acknowledgement of your lifetime service. There could be some sort of recognition of the wonderful work you've been doing in terms of studying a specific subject. There could also be some sort of engagement or some sort of proposal that comes your way following your efforts at building a romantic relationship. There may even be you finding out after years of trying that you are going to give birth to a baby, or that you may suddenly find the green light on the adoption papers that you submitted a while ago. So a lot of successful things are coming in your life after a period in which you had to really fight through a lot of things. The King of Wands fights, he is passionate. He goes to war for what he believes in. But he also is wise enough to know when to pick his battles. He's not going to kill his men and send them to war needlessly. He's only choosing to fight in those moments when his honor, his skills are being disrespected. So we see here an individual that had to be in their masculine energy. That's you, my seers. You had to be in a more masculine energy, and I feel that you were drawn to the seer because at the moment, the divine is saying, enough with all the action. Now you need to be a bit more observant. We are going to pull away all of these activities that you've been engaged in. We are going to give you a wonderful reward for all that hard work, because you deserve some peace. The waters of your heart are not only overflowing, but much like a river, you're going to basically just allow yourself to fall through, to flow through all sorts of environments at the moment without so much resistance, without so many obstacles, without so much interference. Now let's see our oracle cards. So I have here, yes, the source. You are getting direct messages, direct insights, wonderful dreams. Your unconscious is blooming with this new connection that you have established to the source of all life, the source of all of the energy in the universe, the source of spirit, however you want to call it. This is a life-giving power. It is light itself. And I see that you are reestablishing this connection with the source following a period when you may have felt like you are all on your own and you had to make some really important, even cutthroat decisions in your life. But this has elevated you to the rank of royalty, a king, queen. You know right now what perils can await in your life. You know what dangers reality is composed of, and you have managed to surpass them gloriously. You are going to be seeing the wonderful, I have to censor it, I'm sorry, because you know YouTube, but you are going to see the wonderful fruits of all of that labor, all of that will and strength of character and courage. You had to show courage and determination, and now the source is making things smoother and easier for you. It's bringing back the light in your life. Now, speaking of the light, yes, we have here from the secret language of light, we have the soul family card. So this talks about you being welcomed into a very important group, a spiritual group, a group that will make you feel like you're at home, like you're safe, like everything is gonna be okay, baby. So you will meet with people that are part of your soul group, people that you may have spent a couple of past lifetimes nearby, and now you're going to be reunited with them. These people will feel familiar. These people will be able to communicate with you in a more harmonious, organic way. I don't think that members of the soul family that are challengers or that are sentinels of the dark or that are nemesis, I don't think that they will be present. I see here this beautiful energy just emanating forth. You are going to feel like you're welcome, like you're included, like you're no longer on the outside looking in, needing to fight all these difficult battles of life on your own. You will have support, you will have fans, you will have people that draw near you to offer you their gifts, to pledge allegiance to you, to have your back. Yeah. We also have here embracing sensuality as union. For most of you, as I saw it from this card, the Ace of Cups, this represents you falling in love, you meeting the one, finally. I keep hearing a lot of you saying like, oh, finally, oh my God, I can't believe this. Yes, it is happening. Yes, it is here. It could be that you had to wait 36 days for this thing to happen. I feel like already some of you have been having dreams that you are about to meet with this person. You've been having premonitions. You are feeling this kind of like weird gut sensation, like something big is coming, but I don't know what, but I can feel it in my heart space. I can feel it in my belly. I can feel incredibly activated maybe in the crown chakra as well. So we see here that you are about to meet a really important counterpart, a member of your soul family. This is a divinely inspired moment in your life, and it comes as wonderful recognition of all of the hard work you've been doing in your personal environment. I also have here from Rose Without Thorns. This is the Rose Oracle, and the message here is you have a right to your joy. Peace is coming in, the sweetness of life. So need I say more? You are going to experience a period of peace, quiet, calm, relaxation. Even the love that is coming into your life, it won't be like this really tempestuous, obsessive, dark, lusty kind of love, which in reality is more like a fatal attraction rather than a truly loving, affectionate bond. Love is normally, the best way to recognize it, unconditional love especially, is peaceful. It is heart-opening. It is making you want to cry with joy. And I see here that this is the kind of energy coming up next into your life. Some of you who are interested in members of the same gender as you are, this is a good indication that you are about to meet a person that you will be really compatible with. A member of the same gender that you are is coming into your life, and finally you're going to feel like, oh, this person sees me, they understand me, they may even have a lot of things in common with you. Oh, I'm noticing right now, okay, there is one more card I forgot to show you from the Rider-Waite Tarot. It was hidden underneath my Archangel Michael Oracle card. So let's just take them one by one. We have here from the Archangel Michael Oracle, we have the Sense of Humor card. So you are going to laugh more. And laughter is the best medicine. It is healing, it is divinely guided, it is unblocking all of the stuck energetic points in the body. It is deeply relaxing to the nervous system. So we see here that more fun, more excitement, more joy is coming into your life, together with a wave of peace, calm, and relaxation. I also feel like you're going to get some money, and you may become quite possessive of it. You are going to get better at saving money. So if you have been going through a period where you had to make a lot of tough financial decisions, the King of Wands does like to spend. We have here with the Four of Pentacles an indication that from now on you'll be able to hold on to your money. It won't easily come in, easily go out. There is a sense of stability again, because we have the four, the energy that we also saw in this card with the four pillars. I feel as well that in love you need to watch out a little bit regarding your possessive tendencies. You could be a person that is quite jealous, and maybe this is something that you may not think that you're capable of jealousy, but I see that this next connection that's coming into your life, you will value it so much that you will genuinely be afraid of losing this person, and it may bring up this shadow aspect of yourself, this you are mine, you know, I got you, I found you, finally, I don't want to ever lose you. So you have to be a little bit careful not to suffocate your partner. You have to understand that love means trusting the other person. Love means giving the other person freedom to be themselves, giving them some personal space as well. It's not all about like hitching, I don't know, your hips together and like being codependently attached. That is the true marker of a toxic relationship. So keep that in mind, that as much as you need your personal space, your person is going to need their personal space. And while it is good to show the other one that you care about them and that you wouldn't want them to run away from you with somebody else, there is a limit to how far you can push this in order for it to remain a healthy connection. Yeah, so be careful, mind those possessive tendencies. You have nothing to fear. All of this is divinely ordained. You've been waiting for a really long time for this connection to happen. You've been doing a good work, and I feel like the divine sees you and it's granting you your wish, you know. Here is your person, yeah? There you go. Your cup is full from now on. The Holy Spirit watches over you. So let me just read you the prayer to Archangel Michael that you can say to activate this energy of sense of humor in your life. Dear Archangel Michael, thank you for helping me see the humor in this situation so I can lovingly laugh at human nature. I am willing to view my experience in a new light in order to attract love and healing energy. Some of you could reconnect with a person from the past with whom you had some sort of argument or struggle, and I feel like now you're going to laugh in the front of this problem, because I feel like life is going to get you to reconnect with this person in a very weird, funny, ironic kind of way. It's like, now this person is coming back, now the situation is falling into place. What happened the first time? Well, the first time, it wasn't the right energetic alignment, you know? A rose without thorns also talks about finally letting go of defensiveness. So in your energy field, something changed. You're magnetically pulling love because you have decided to love yourself. You have decided to welcome more energy, more loving energy into your life. And I feel that this is not only with attracting a lover, but it's also with attracting more people into your life, more opportunities for fun, for pleasure, more gifts, more compliments, just the feeling of being stable, grounded, and settled, you know? I'm going to end the reading here. I feel I said enough. I want to thank you for listening. I hope that you can drop a comment and let me know where you find yourself on your spiritual journey. Make sure to like this video. It will really help me out, and it costs only a small click for you so that it gets distributed to as many people as possible out there on the interwebs. And also consider subscribing. I know that I haven't been that active lately, but I have a lot more material coming your way. It's just a case of me figuring out my schedule. So thank you so much for being here. I hope to see you in my next one. Ciao. Hey group 2, welcome to your reading. I'm so happy to be able to create a new reading for you, my loves. If you're new, I hope you can stick around and see how this reading develops. If you're a returning subscriber, I am so happy that you are here, and I'm sorry I've been a little bit missing in action. A lot has been happening in my personal life, but we are here and I'm super grateful for your presence. This is for my believers crew. So as a believer, you are a person with a very clearly defined set of values. You live by a moral code. You fight for what is right for you. You have some very independently formed opinions about life, and you tend to organize your life around a specific set of values. These could be religious, political, or moral, ethical values, but I feel that you are an individual that loves to have a certain philosophy about how they go about life and follows that with the firm fire of their emotions. For lack of a better word, I wouldn't call it necessarily passion, but it's kind of like you are very driven. You are very driven by inner fire, by an inner belief to live a certain life. The downside of this is that you can become quite dogmatic and you may risk imposing your beliefs on other people. So care should be exercised when you express what you think and the way in which you see the world. You need to keep in mind that not everybody will be on the same page as you, and that there isn't such a thing as the absolute truth. Some people would say that truth is something subjective, something that varies according from person to person. This is very strongly the energy of either Virgo and Pisces axis or the Gemini and Sagittarius axis. You could be any of these signs. They are all mutable signs. So welcome, my believers. Keeping this typology explanation in mind, let's see the cards that you were given. Let's find out what the Spirit wants you to know in this period. So begin first with the tarot. Yeah, we have here very rough verbal exchange, some arguments, some harsh words being said in the heat of the moment, needing to somehow mentally and verbally Skandenberg somebody, you know, like really pushing their arm down, wanting to dominate your opponent with your knowledge, with facts, with maybe in certain cases scientific explanations. There is a feeling here that you were engaged in an argument with somebody close to you and you won, but this win isn't necessarily glorious. You feel a little bit down or a little bit guilty, or there is kind of like a bad aftertaste, a sourness to this whole exchange, which left you exhausted. It left you feeling like, yeah, sure, I won this time, or my arguments truly were good, but they failed to convince you, or you failed to impress me. It's all kind of broken in some way. So you may have exchanged some harsh words, in certain cases some insults with somebody, and you're finding it very hard to take them back right now. I feel like some forgiveness may be necessary in this situation. Both you forgiving the other person in case you were on the receiving end of this verbal violence, or you forgiving yourself for having been the one who dished out the negativity. We all go through moments like this, you know. I also go through a lot of these moments when I'm having like these really vengeful or negative thoughts, and the important thing is not necessarily to not have them, because you're a human being, you're not an angel, yeah? The important thing is to become aware of them and just to be honest, like catching yourself in the act. Why am I thinking so negatively? Why am I having these dark, vengeful thoughts? Stop it, you know? So that's the important thing. It's the practice of trying to be better at something which makes you be better. It's not about repressing that energy and believing that you have no faults. That will only land you in your shadow self. So be mindful of that. We have here the Nine of Pentacles. This is gorgeous. This shows me that eventually you will be well compensated. It could be that maybe you had some sort of quarrel with somebody over some work that you have done. Maybe this was a copyright issue. This may have been a legal battle, some sort of problems at work with a coworker or a boss related to a sum of money that was owed to you. Something was not falling into place, yeah? And I feel that the outcome of this argument, in spite of the fact that I feel like emotionally you're feeling quite weathered down and tired, I feel like financially you will be well compensated. You will have enough. You will live very comfortably. But I see here a state of loneliness, enjoying the fruits of your labor by yourself. The Nine, the energy of the Nines in general shows an independence of mind, body, and spirit that keeps you somehow remote and away from other people. Now let's see the next cards. Yeah, definitely. So we see here the Eight of Cups, choosing to walk away, to let go of the drama, to no longer fight these battles, to retreat, to hermit away. To a large extent, this is highly recommended during the eclipse corridor, and it's even more encouraged around the Mercury retrograde, which you guys know, Mercury retrogrades are periods in our year in which this is the best, the most wonderful time to go on a holiday, you know, to escape your everyday routine and schedule. Unfortunately, they do take place around 3 to 4 times a year, and they last around 3 weeks. So who has the luxury of taking so much time off, right, guys? But if you can, you know, a couple of days here, a couple of days there, especially around the Mercury retrograde, you're not going to regret it. If you can take some of these days, it's going to be quite magical to go with the flow of the astral energy rather than fight against it. So I see that all this being said, you had here a really big argument. Even though money came to you, you are feeling emotionally drained. This is what these 3 cards are telling me, point blank and simple. I do feel that instead of seeking some sort of resolution with this person, instead of actually forgiving one another or apologizing to each other, I see that you will decide to break away from this connection, to take the money and live comfortably, which in itself is a choice to make. We are not judging anybody here. I'm just reading the cards and trying to give you some sort of pathway or inspiration. I do see here a male. We have here a male of the same age as you. This may be some of your energy as well. Even if you're female, you could have been very plugged into your masculine energy in this period, especially if you had to go to war, verbally speaking, with somebody, if you had to hold your ground, defend your values, your opinions, if you had to stand in front of a judge or a jury and defend yourself. Of course, you had to activate this masculine side of yourself. You're still very much locked into it, and it's also perceived by other people in your environment as a really noble trait. Like there is a certain sensitivity, a certain artistry and poetic energy about the way in which you embody your masculine energy. I feel like your masculine energy tends to bring out the best in you, and that you would benefit by staying a little longer in it. I see here that it gives you the courage to ask for what you want, and it gives you the courage to pursue romantic options that otherwise you would be too shy or too sensitive to reach out to. We see here the signs Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio, so you may be any of these water signs, or you are getting slowly enamored. You're thinking about one of these signs. I will release a romantic reading soon, so make sure that you subscribe. Shameless plug, in order to be notified when I'm going to upload. The next reading is going to be a love reading, I promise you guys, but I just wanted to do a general spirit reading today. So I do see that you're walking towards something better. Following a period of arguments and conflicts, I feel like you're walking into something much, much better. And all of the strife, all of the problems, even though I think that they did cause you a lot of stress, it's okay. You know, in the end, you are walking away with the money and you're walking into a beautiful new romantic relationship. So, hey, you know, you lose some, you win some. Now, let's see the oracle cards. Just sounds like the plot of a 1940s movie, you know, a person down on their luck and all of a sudden they find love and a large sum of money. I do like to watch a lot of vintage old Hollywood movies. Anyway, maybe I had to say this because you could be a big fan of them as well. The first oracle card that I have for you is not one I can interpret, and I will tell you why in a second. It is a dark card from the Voice of the Souls oracle, and the instructions of this oracle deck is that don't read the darker cards. The darker cards are meant specifically for the seeker, that is you, my beautiful believers, to focus on them and extract the message by themselves. So what I would like you to do right now, my beautiful believers crew, is do a little bit of work. Look at the card and just silently feel into what it is trying to convey you. The message is a message of freedom. Okay, good. I'm not going to hold the reading for too long. Feel free to pause the video and continue looking at it if you need more time. But I feel that a lot of you already got the message. The message will be specific to each soul watching this, okay? We see here the number 38. So something important is going to come up to light in your life related to you being freed in some point. I know it sounds very vague, but there will be a sense of liberation coming into your life following from 38 days from the moment when you watch this reading. This is a special message for some of you out there. Now let's move on with your oracle cards. We have here variance, and this talks about the different modalities of light. For example, you have a very bright morning light, or you have a little bit of an austere type of light when the clouds gather in and it's about to rain, or you have that beautiful golden molten sunset light. This also talks about diversity, and diversity of opinions, diversity of races and cultures, diversities of religious beliefs. So I feel like you're being thrown in a situation in which you will be asked to become a little bit more tolerant and more open-minded. I feel like the experience that you had to go through, which is deeply unpleasant, I see here both mentally and emotionally, you struggled in this situation before you picked up the courage to leave it. I do feel like it was meant for you to open up your mind to alternative ways of thinking and feeling. Nothing that happens in our life happens as some sort of grotesque punishment. Things happen because our soul is eager to learn and grow through many circumstances. These circumstances could be very difficult. From the outside looking in, you could think, this poor person, what are they going through? This is horrifying. But it is only difficult at the level of the material world in which we live in, because at the spiritual world, the soul is curious and it is growing and learning and picking up feelings and impressions, and it carries them through as it leaves the body and moves on into a different form of energy. So variance here tells you that you will go through a variety of different experiences at a diversity of modes and tonalities. I feel like you're going to experience the whole rainbow of emotions. You're going to have experiences which may irk you, but also at the same time exhilarate you and liberate you. And all you need to do is open up your mind and stop being so afraid of living life, because life has a variety of experiences, a variety of interesting circumstances. You will meet many different people, and it's time for you to unfunk your mind and stop wanting to experience the same thing over and over again, because that's not really helping you grow. That's just keeping you in a state of comfort that is suffocating you, and especially you, my believers, because I feel like you guys need to travel. You need to have a variety of different experiences in order to truly live out your philosophy, and maybe in certain cases tweak it and improve it, or even change it altogether. So I'm also noticing how in your reading my candlelight is quite low, so you may have been feeling low on energy lately. I'm just going to drain it a little bit. Yeah. And it's important for you. Another message that's coming out: be careful if you play with fire. That's what I'm hearing. So this is just a message, a small message, side message for some of you out there. We also have here the rapture. And the keywords are sensuality, love, devotion, romance, ecstasy, and pleasure. So get ready, because I feel like most of you are going to, okay, please don't get upset. I don't feel like you're going to meet the one or your future spouse, but I feel like you're going to have a short-term relationship that will open you up, that will make you feel so desired, so loved. And it's kind of like you need this short-term relationship in order to open you up romantically to all the other interesting and sensually fulfilling relationships you will have in life. Some of you who have chosen this group could be, at the beginning of your 20s. You could be in that phase where you're like, I don't know in which direction to go. I don't know what to do. What is my purpose in life? Well, your purpose in life, as simple as it sounds, as simplistic as it sounds, is to basically live it, And I see very clearly here with this wonderful, soft and humid rose petal that you are going to go through experiences which are going to be deeply satisfying and like an indulgence of the senses. We also have here activating your empathic magic. And that's exactly what I wanted to say at the beginning, but the card is saying it so much more beautifully. This is a lot about feeling with other people. That's basically the core of empathy. It's feeling with other people. That's the difference between empathy and sympathy. Sympathy is feeling for somebody. When you feel sorry or when you feel, pity for somebody, it's like, oh, poor person. That's sympathy. But empathy is more like, I see how you're feeling, I see what you're going through, and I'm there with you. I'm 100% putting myself in your shoes, feeling every heartbeat with you. That's basically empathy, the capacity to just be able to be that person in that moment just by feeling them, by noticing them, by sometimes even asking them and paying attention, listening to them. So it's a wonderful, magical quality, and I feel that at the moment when I'm filming this reading, you may watch it in the future, so I need to say this, but I'm filming this under a Saturn in Pisces sky, and Saturn in Pisces is all about the discipline of working on your emotions, Pisces, in order to develop empathy, Neptune. So I see very clearly that you will come together with a counterpart. If you see in this image, we have here this beautiful feathered girl who seems very solid in material, and there is this outline of another individual. So a person is materializing in your life as I'm speaking, and they are going to bring this energy of rapture, yeah? And it's going to open up your mind to a variety of things and variety of experiences. The final card that I have for you is Innocence. Okay, so you may be thinking that, and you know, some people in society have this really wrong belief that if a person goes through a lot of things in life, they are somehow tainted or used up, or, you know, they've burned themselves down with all these experiences. But sometimes when you have experiences, you open up your mind, you open up your heart, and you decalcify yourself. You become less rigid, more flexible in certain circumstances. And I feel that this is your case. You are actually going to feel more pure and more innocent and get more in touch with that playful side of your nature the more experiences you have, the more relationships you go through, the more things you switch up, the more variety you bring into your life. Yeah, you could have a North Node in Gemini or a North Node conjunct Uranus, maybe even Jupiter in some cases. You need to travel, you need to grow, you need to experience spontaneous, random acts of kindness, love, and courage. So let me read to you the prayer that you can say to activate this beautiful energy in your life. So, dear God and angels, thank you for helping me see that all of your qualities of pure love and light are reflected within me and all others. Help me embrace my God-given innocence so that I may be at peace. And at peace you shall be. And I'm going to end the reading here. Thank you so much for listening. Consider dropping a comment. Let me know where you are in your spiritual journey. Also, I would really appreciate it if you could give this video a thumbs up, especially if you enjoyed the reading. It's just a simple click for you and it really helps me a lot. And also we can distribute this video to many more people out there that need to hear these messages. Also think about subscribing. I mean, I don't like to tell people what to do, but maybe if you're giving this video a like, click on the next button as well. You know, again, it really helps me out. But anyway, I hope that I'll be able to see you in my next one. Take care of your beautiful heart until then. Ciao. Hey, my beautiful creators, I'm so happy to have you here with me today. Welcome to a pickacard reading on the topic of what would Spirit like you to know at this point in time. This reading hopefully, I'm sorry, I almost choked, will hopefully open up your channels of communication. I hope that it's going to help you speak up on your own behalf. So this is for those of you that were drawn to the creator typology. I have my Lily here keeping me company and I'm kind of interacting with it as I read you your cards. As creators, I feel like you guys are very focused on doing. You're very active. You are filled with ideas and you are passionate individuals. You know, you're quite attached to what you feel you should be doing and you don't want anybody to interfere with that. You are self-made, self-starting individuals. You get ideas a mile a minute, you know, and it's just very exciting to have you as friends, as lovers, as family members. The only problem here is that sometimes you could walk over other people's bodies and lives and feelings in order to reach your goal, that you tend to be very focused on completing something rather than truly enjoying the journey. Sometimes people could miss you very strongly as you escape into your creativity shell for months, years on end in certain cases. So it would be wonderful for you to kind of find a balance between these two sides, between time with people and time away from people. This is also my group. I also feel very inspired to choose this particular selection. So thank you so much for being here. You're very similar to my energy if you're here. Maybe you also have certain astrological points in Sagittarius, Pisces, and Libra, which are my big three placements. Anyway, all this being said, let's see the cards that we got. Okay, I'm in a good mood today, guys, so thank you so much for being here. I hope that I'll be able to contaminate you with my positivity today. So the cards that we got are the following. We have the Angel of Temperance. So this is the Annunciating Angel. This represents Archangel Gabriel. In certain cases, this card is described as Archangel Raphael, but to me, this card represents Sagittarius energy, Archangel Gabriel. In certain cases, you will see this as Archangel Raphael and Aquarius energy. It all depends on your skill as a reader and your preference. As you guys know, different readers have different interpretations of the cards. That's the beauty of the original Rider-Waite-Smith tarot, the fact that it can be so open to many interpretations. So In essence, this card is about watering other people because you feel watered as well. As the divine is inspiring you and blessing you with so many beautiful gifts, ideas, and abundance, you can also give to other people. You can give freely in this period. Even if you're worried about being overwhelmed, even if you're tired, even if you find it hard to speak, like I felt at the beginning of the reading. Nonetheless, show up and perform acts of service, acts of kindness towards other people. You know that by helping other individuals, you're basically helping God. We all create the face of God, all of us human beings here on earth. So I see very clearly that you are being given a pat on the back from the angelic realm, from the world beyond the veil, from the spiritual world of angels and spirits, in order to do, I know it sounds a little bit pretentious, but it's kind of like you're doing God's work here. In this period, you may feel really tapped into. You may have all sorts of visions. It's important for you to not keep them only for yourself. Show up, talk to other people about what you're seeing, what you're envisioning, what you're feeling. And by sharing these things with other people, you will awaken them. You will prepare them for something in their lives. You may forewarn them as well. So I see that you are definitely supported by angelic beings. And if you're struggling in this period, in whichever area of your life you feel a little bit of pressure or a little bit of tension, call upon angels, pray to them. Pray to them because you will see immediate results. Also your ancestors are by your side. Light a candle near the portrait of a family member and summon them. Summon them, ask them for something and give them a treat. And you will see how you will find results, help from unseen presences in in mysterious ways. Help will come to you. Now we have here the Two of Cups. So I see that a counterpart is either getting ready to enter your life, or this person is already there. You may have met this person in the last 2 or 3 weeks, and they are finally going to show up in the way in which they are supposed to. I know this sounds weird because it's kind of like, are they going to live up to a certain expectation? And it's never good to have expectations because we just limit ourselves and we set ourselves up for disappointments. But I feel like you met this person and you could feel from the beginning that there was a big potential here. But it's like the person pushed you to the side, or there was very difficult interaction. There may have been somebody else that interfered with the energy between the two of you. But I see right now that through the force and presence of the Holy Spirit, you guys are being brought together. And I feel that there will be some sort of confession. There will be a manifestation of love. There could be an acknowledgement of, oh my God, I have feelings for you. Why wasn't I able to see it until this point? It could be that the work you are doing as you are creating inspires this individual to finally see their feelings for you, to acknowledge them, to feel them, and to, I feel like you give this person courage. You light the fire in their heart, and this person is ready to put everything that they've been feeling into words. They are hesitant, they're a little bit shy, but I feel that indeed there is this individual coming towards you, and everything is set in your life to have that beautiful, equal relationship that you've been yearning to have for a really long time. Yeah, because this is union between equals. It is giving love as much as you are taking love from the other person. It's one of my favorite cards in the tarot decks. I think that not even the Lovers lives up to it. It's just such a gorgeous energy. Speaking of a gorgeous energy, are you ready for another piece of good news? So we have here the 10 of Pentacles, a legacy. I see very clearly that in the coming period, you may need, because the next card, I need to read these cards in context. The 10 of Pentacles right next to the 3 of Cups talks about needing to let go of like fun, outdoorsy, social experiences in order to put in hard work that is going to really pay up. This could be a slow process. You may need to show up daily, and you may need to really present your work to the world with confidence and a lot of skill power. But in the end, what you felt was a block to your capacity to enjoy life is going to turn into this wonderful festivity, an acknowledgement of your mastery. People will want to celebrate you, but first you need to put your head down and, nose to the grindstone. Do the work that is required of you. Do this work that God is inspiring you to do. You are protected, you are safe, you are loved, you have everything you need, but you have to start building on this legacy. I also see here that you will receive some good news related to your home, related to a sum of money that you've been saving up, a loan that you maybe applied for. There could be some money that comes to you through an inheritance. It could be that the government has asked you to pay too many taxes, and now all of a sudden you'll receive tax repayment. Or it could be that maybe you owe money to the state, to a business, to a large corporation, and somebody's going to help you pay the sum of money on your behalf. So get ready for something surprising in terms of finances. And I also see here, get ready for a partnership that could come with some financial backup as well. It could be that this new person that you're meeting could pledge a sum of money for you, that sum of money that you needed to complete a sum in order to buy a new home, or maybe, I don't know, to pay for some medical expenses, to basically make your life a little bit more comfortable and less stressful. So don't worry, because if you feel like you're not having fun at the moment, like you would like to go out and be with friends and celebrate and drink up, and you feel somehow blocked from this, it's going to work itself out in a beautiful way. Whatever you're holding back from at this moment in time will pay huge dividends to you in very physical, material ways further along down the line. So let's say you could be locked indoors and needing to study for a really important exam, and all of your friends are going out drinking in the park and enjoying sunlight and partying. Guess who's going to be the one who's going to pass the exam? That's you. And guess who's going to be the one who will be offered a better paid job, or an opportunity to go and study someplace really beautiful, a scholarship? Who knows, a lot of financial and materially wealthy opportunities will open up to you if you put in the hard work right now. Yeah. So follow your inner guidance, your inner voice, which could be telling you, hey, stop it with the frivolous pleasures, say bye-bye to your friends temporarily, because we've got some important work to do, work that will lead you towards a very solid romantic relationship and financial dividends. Yeah. For a moment I didn't know what to call it. I feel some of you could be in your first type of relationship. This could be your first love. Some of you don't know exactly what the situation is. You may feel that this is more like a situationship, but I see it very clearly here that no matter how you perceive it, this is a really healthy and wonderfully supportive love. Okay, now let's see the oracle cards that you got. I'm so excited to see what these are. So yeah, okay, we got a dark card as well. Don't worry, dark is not necessarily evil. In the Voice of the Soul's Oracle, there is a very clear description that you're not supposed to interpret cards with dark backgrounds, because the seeker, the viewer, has to do the interpretation on their own. So much like I did with group 2, they also got a darker card, and I feel that all I need to do in this situation is show you the card and be silent with you for a brief moment, so that you can extract the message of peace that this card is bringing to you at this point in time. Okay, so focus on the image and let's see what it has to tell you. Okay, I'm not going to keep it too long. Feel free to pause the video if you need longer time to pick up on this message. The message will be specifically tailored to each and every one of you. I am just here to create the context so that you can meditate on this card. But I do feel like something wonderful, especially related to family, mother and father, the sun and the moon, as future spouse potentially, is coming in clearly for you. Okay, now let's move on to all the other cards. Oh, okay, so I see this as an indication for me to create more channeled messages for you guys, maybe from ancestors, channeled love messages, definitely. Because I see that at the moment, both you and myself, because I also selected this pile, we are very good at picking up messages from the ether. The more you find comfort in your, basically in a state of non-movement, in a state of deep stillness and relaxation, the more ideas, insights, solutions are going to come to you. Yes, and my nose has started itching, which is a very strong indication that we are in the presence of a spirit, and I only allowed spirits of light to be present here. So yeah, I can already feel very peaceful and warm. Thank you. Okay, so channeling, it's really important at the moment to tap into the source of stillness and peacefulness and see what messages you get. Maybe you can do it, 10 minutes before bedtime or 10 minutes after you wake up, at a point in the day when you can just draw your breath and be by yourself, remove distractions, put your phone down, put it further away from you, and just be with yourself in quiet. And see what comes up, see what you feel, see what comes up to you from your stomach. It's a sure indication your gut is communicating to you. Because I feel that there is an important message you need to get. And, I'm filming this on the cusp of a really important Mercury retrograde in the feisty sign of Aries. So it could be that during this Mercury retrograde, you may come back to a source of confidence regarding your channeling abilities. If you feel like you have lost your power to connect with the higher source and deliver messages to the collective, I'm here to let you know that you will regain it during this retrograde period. If you're watching this reading in the future, because I need to mention this, if you stumble upon this video sometime after it was released, then I feel that the upcoming retrograde, the next retrograde that is coming up, is going to be the one that will give you back an occult ability that you thought was lost. Okay, and I feel like crying because God knows how I've struggled with my abilities lately, but they are there, they are present. It's just a case of working them a little bit harder. My dirty mind, putting more effort into them so that they can come out. And once they come out, it's a more solid expression of your gifts and talents. Okay, so we are in this together, my beautiful creators. I'm so happy to be giving you this message, yeah, as much as it pleases me to hear it as well. We have here, a need to ground yourself, spend time in nature, be more outside, outdoors, put your hands in planted pots. I know it sounds ridiculous, but touch ground, touch earth, touch sand as much as possible, work the land, eat a lot of root vegetables. It's so important at the moment for your overall health and your overall satisfaction to just be in touch with this energy of I am planted, I am rooted, nobody's going to push me around. I am a solid rock in a sea of chaos and tempests. So integration, embodiment, and grounded action. I'm here to also let you know that you're getting your body back. You could have struggled a little bit. The link between your mind and your body could have been severed in the last months. Well, I'm here to give you another piece of good news. I see that Spirit wants me to convey to you that you will start being in your body more and feeling more at ease with it. Your body will feel like it's a source of pleasure and comfort rather than a machine, a tool that you constantly are struggling with to make work. And again, this is a really powerful message because I've been there as well in the last year. We also have taking a vow, making a promise to yourself, committing to something which may seem ineffable. Making a promise and sticking to it is the best way to build self-reliance and self-trust. The way in which we can trust other people and become reliable to them is if we first put effort into being reliable to ourselves. Like If you're struggling to find the truth in your personal connections, it could be because you're lying to yourself about something. The moment you come clean about what you feel and what you think, that's when you will see a shift in your personal connections, and they're going to become more honest as well. It's the same case in this situation. Make a vow, commit to something, because the moment when you put effort into a commitment, that's when suddenly the people in your environment that you want to connect with will start committing to you. It's so important. Oftentimes, a lot of us just demand commitment from somebody else without acknowledging that we may fear commitment itself. So before you demand commitment from another person, I think I said the word commitment like 50 times already. Sorry about this, but it's important. It's a really important message. Before you demand commitment from somebody else, make sure that you are sticking to a commitment in your life. And this could be related to any area. Maybe you need to commit to being more present in your own family if you want other people to commit to making a family with you. Maybe you need to commit to self-love if you want another lover to notice you. Maybe you need to just commit to being more relaxed and positive if you want to attract towards you those very things that you crave. And speaking about positivity, the final oracle card that I have here for us is Decide to be happy now. Oh boy, lifetime's work, right? So Archangel Michael is urging us to just be happy, just enjoy, just be grateful for everything you have, because you are so rich with experiences, people, compliments, gifts, abilities, experiences that other people would dream of having. You are living through them, my beautiful creators. Just the fact that you are a creator, just the fact that you're such a strong doer is a blessing in itself. If you look at the vast number of people that are procrastinating on their life's purpose, or they just are not interested in living it out, you know. So, Archangel Michael's advice to you is the following. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for helping me open my heart to happiness, joy, and bliss. I am now willing to see all of the goodness in my life. Yes, so Archangel Michael is here to let you know that much like he has these abs painted here on his chest, but these soft wings in the back, you can be both strong and soft. This is a period in your life in which you need to soften into tenderness, in which you need to become like a river and just allow things to just pass. Walk through different territories, walk through different circumstances, go over rocks, go underneath logs. You will reach your destination. Just trust the chaotic flow of events. You will reach to the shore, okay? You will be delivered where you need to be delivered, and you will meet the people that you have to meet. But why not enjoy the ride? Why not have fun in all this madness rather than clench your fists and be like, oh, why is this happening? All these movements and all these shakeups. See them as welcome surprises. And the moment when you shift your mindset, that's the moment when the miracles begin to happen. Why? Well, it's because you change the way you see them. Yeah? Okay, wow, I just got this big smile on my face. Thank you so much for listening, Group 3. I really hope you have enjoyed this reading. I hope you found it spiritually nourishing. Drop me a comment and let me know, where are you on your spiritual journey? If you're in the comment section down there, make sure to just drop a like as well. And while you're at it, click that subscribe button. You would do me a big favor, and it doesn't cost you anything. It's for free, so why not participate? Or, you know, if you don't want to do it, get your sister or brother or sibling or friend, maybe they want to do it on your behalf. I don't know. I don't really like to tell you guys what to do, but since you're here and if you enjoyed the reading, it's a wonderful way to exchange energy with me so that I can feel inspired to create even more readings for you guys. So thank you so much, and I cannot wait to see my next one. Ciao. Hey Group 4, hello beautiful people. I'm so happy that you're here with me for a pick a card reading on the topic of what would Spirit like to tell you? What would it like you to know at this point in time? Thank you so much for being here. If you're new, hi, hello. I hope that you can stick around and see how this reading goes. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for your loyalty. I'm so happy that you're here. So this reading is for my feelers crew. I can see very strongly that as a healer, as a feeler typology, you are a healer. You are a person that understands emotional energy, can be very good at doing emotion work, both for yourself and for other people. But certain times you could run the risk of living too much through the prism of your emotions. You need to back up all of that emotional wisdom and maturity with some rational minded ideas, some sort of insights that are more grounded in facts and calculations rather than simply what you are picking up on the energy of other people and always going with the gut and being a little bit too impulsive. But all in all, as a feeler, you are an individual that is supremely intuitive, very sensitive, and connected to the realm of very hard to define energies. Emotions can be overwhelming, they can be exhilarating, and I feel like you're able to capture the nuances, not only to pinpoint the basic human emotions. By the way, if you're hearing some crunching in the background, one of my two cats, Soul, decided to have a snack during your reading, so you could be quite hungry, either hungry for spiritual knowledge, maybe you really missed the kind of readings I was creating, and in which case I'm sending you a big kiss, thank you. Or you may just actually be physically hungry, so go and grab a snack and come back to your reading, feel free to press play. I'm going to go ahead and begin reading the cards. I'm going to start off with the tarot deck first. Oh, okay. A really powerful energy. I'm going to have to censor it with my finger. We have here the devil energy. So right off the bat, I see here a preoccupation with certain darker energies. I feel that you may have been entertaining connections in your life that have certain conditions placed on them, because this card is the counterpart to the Lover's card. They also look quite similar. It's just that in this scenario, people are given conditional love. They are being given freedom with terms and restrictions. They are being given pleasure, but pleasure that can be obsessive and intoxicating rather than peaceful and growth or growth prone. So I see here that you may be feeling in this period like you are attached to certain habits, certain people that you know that they're bad for you, but still you can't let them go. You still go back to them. You still want more of that, which may end up in the end harming you. So I see that Spirit would like you to be a little bit more cautious in the company that you keep. Make sure that that the people that you spend time with are honorable. Make sure that they truly are giving you energy rather than just taking energy away. Also, pay attention to how much you are investing in a relationship contrary to how much you are getting. I know that it feels very transactional to think of relationships in this way. I'm not going to sit here and think about how much I'm giving to my friend or taking from my friend. But in certain cases, you have to pay attention to certain red flags. It could be that you always have to be the person that bails out your friends or provides them with money or gives them a shoulder to cry on, while they all of a sudden disappear from your life when you go through similar circumstances. That's a red flag. You're being surrounded by people that are not able to support you at your most trying time. So you need to find better people to surround yourself with. And if you're wondering, yeah, sure, where am I going to find them? I feel that this is all connected to the choices you will be making in the next period. I feel like the divine is saying, it is time for you to make better choices. We see the Judgment card. In certain cases, this is seen as Archangel Gabriel. In other cases, this is seen as Archangel Israfel, sounding out the horn that announces the end of days, the apocalypse. In whichever cases, we don't have to be very specific here in naming angels, but we see the presence of the divine stepping in to give you a wake-up call, an alarm sound, something that is meant to shock you into a state of awareness. Because maybe you've been kind of walking through life in a very sleepy way, like maybe functioning on autopilot, and this is why you miss the opportunity to make certain important decisions to align yourself with something of better quality. And the divine is here to let you know, we will readjust you. We are here to help you. And if you are experiencing a period of chaos and relationship breakdown, I am here to let you know that this is only because it will benefit you down the line. Maybe at the moment you could be thinking, why is my relationship to X and Y breaking down? And that's because those people were not good for you. You are not able to see the toxicity at the moment because you are still under the energy of this Capricornian mindset of, but these are people I know, but I cannot let them go. Who will replace them? Capricorns are famously known for finding it very hard to let go of that which they know, that they see as familiar, even if in certain cases what is familiar in their lives can end up abusing them and misusing them. So I feel that there is a similar pattern here, my loves, and I know that it will be hard to let go, but look what you're going into. A wish fulfilled, a sense of plenitude, replenishment, a feeling like you are emotionally balanced, feeling like you're no longer drained. You see the change of color, right? We go from this black background, and the devil is one of the few cards in the major arcana that has a black background, this pitch black darkness. We are going towards this incredible yellow, It's like brightness, like somebody turned the light in a darkened room. I also see that some of you who have been struggling with a mental health problem, maybe depression, maybe an addiction, you are going to be liberated from it. You will meet the right kind of help, the right people that you need to work with. You have asked for help. That was the important first step. And now the divine is going to bring into your life all sorts of helpful individuals that you can trust and who will be able to help you let go of that which has been harming you for a while now. So don't worry. Things are being shifted and changed in a way in which you initially may find it painful, but eventually, as you come to the other side, you are going to start to see, hey, whoa, hang on a minute, what was I doing with those people, or what was I doing in that environment, or what was I doing to myself? Because I see that not only are you going to step into this 9 of Cups, wish fulfillment, I'm super thankful, I'm grateful, I'm happy, I have everything I need kind of energy, but things are going to speed up in your life as well. Whatever was clunky, whatever wasn't working, all of the moments when people have said no and closed doors in front of you, those doors are now going to open up. People are going to want to reach out. I feel like you'll be given a new lease on life. People will start inviting you places. They will want to talk to you. 8 of Wands is about lots of things coming into your life super fast, all at the same time, super fast. As soon as you make the decision to cut the cord and free yourself from this nefarious energy, the transformation that you will be going through will be astoundingly fast, okay? So don't hesitate. Try not to delay. You are ready for this full-blown transformation. I know that this energy is not as powerful as the other 2 cards, which are major arcana, but let's see some clarification from the oracle cards as well. Okay, so much like with group 2 and 3, you also got a dark card from the Voices of the Souls Oracle. And the indication with this oracle, as I explained for the other 2 piles, is that I am not supposed to interpret this card for you. I won't be channeling a message for you. The spiritual message is for you and you only. It's something between you and the divine. And how can you access this message? Well, just look at this card. Meditate on the energy of this card. I'm going to be silent for about 5 seconds. So if you need more time, feel free to press pause on this video and keep looking into the card until the message is received. I feel like the divine wanted to have a one-to-one in private with you. And during this time, if there is this devil energy around you, please pray, please take really good care of your spiritual boundaries, of your aura. Maybe do a chakra energetic cleanse. Maybe use some salt in your shower gel and your soap as you wash your body, cleansing yourself of these negative energy, low vibrational feelings as well. You are an individual that as a feeler, you can absorb what other people are feeling as well. You're very empathetic. And speaking of empathy, the Empath's Oracle card that I got here for you is this one. And this one talks about establishing emotional boundaries. Wow, what a powerful, clear indication. I couldn't have said it better. So your desire to love other people, your desire to rescue other people, to save them, to make sure that everybody's okay, can be misused. Other people can take easily advantage of you. I feel like a lot of you have really pure, innocent hearts and intentions. A lot of you are idealists, romantics, you know, people with very strong ethical codes. But these are the people that carry usually the hardest crosses to bear in life. Yeah. So I feel that if you need a break, if you need to realign yourself, if you're feeling pain in your body, if you're feeling sick or tired or somehow mishandled, it's important for you to start saying no in your personal connections, to not take the emotional baggage of other people upon your shoulders. I am getting a pain in the right side of my neck. The right side is the masculine side. So it could be that there is a sense of wounded masculinity that needs to be healed here. At the moment, we are having this Mercury retrograde in the sign of Aries, and it is joining Chiron in Aries as well. And Chiron is the wounded healer, the centaur that could teach other students about the art of healing, but he was not able to heal himself from a tormenting pain. The only moment that Chiron could escape the pain was when he sacrificed himself for somebody else. So choose your sacrifices wisely, because unlike Chiron, you don't have to become a god or a goddess. What you need to do is to value yourself and your emotional health while you also value that of other people. There can be no they without you. Yeah. So prioritize both of them. Oof, powerful message. I also see here that your inner voice is very active in this period, and you should do well to pay attention to it. Get some noise cancelling headphones, or schedule some time to be just by yourself, a day or two or a couple of hours if a day is too much, and see what you're feeling, see what you feel inclined to do. Take a couple of deep breaths. 6 should normally do the trick, not only to relax your nervous system, but also to get you in touch with your inner voice. If you're struggling to connect with that force inside of you that is giving you advice and indication, just close your eyes as you're stilling everything around you in a state of non-movement. And imagine that you are descending the staircase to the bottom of your soul in your chest. And then just listen to whatever comes up, whatever ideas, whatever images, sounds, colors, patterns pop up. That is what you need to know at that point in time in order to take the necessary steps. So I can sit here and give you advice all day long, but if you don't do this work, it's never going to work out the way it's supposed to work out in your life. You know, you need to follow your own inner authority rather than to follow what other people are telling you you should be doing. And this comes with work, this comes with self-trust, and it comes with effort, you know. But in a similar way in which you don't want to give up on other people, try not to give up on yourself, because you're such a wonderful human being. My group fours, my feelers, you know, you need to value yourself as much as you value the feelings and personal space of other individuals. And we have here the Rose of Venus. I feel like Spirit is preparing some sort of wonderful alchemy to happen during this Mercury retrograde, during this eclipse season, because it just feels like I'm giving you all a little side message related to meeting somebody important, getting into a new romantic relationship, meeting a soulmate. For you, Venus is about pleasure, money, beauty, wealth. We have here the keywords alignment, flow, a right relationship, and harmony. So you will benefit from meeting a person that is utterly good for you and very healthy as well. The moment you walk away from this deviled energy, the moment when you break away from patterns that you already can feel in your heart, they're not the best thing for you, that's the moment when something beautiful manifests. And it could be that this Rose of Venus is an individual that you may have been going round and round in certain circles. You may have been gravitating around this person, not really picking up the courage to be direct with them and just ask them out. Well, now the courage is coming, yeah? The moment when you decide to do well by your side, to respect yourself, and to cut toxic traits, and to cut spending time and energy on toxic people, that's the moment when everything will be clear in your life to allow this beautiful new connection to come in. Yeah, you will have the time and energy to invest in a connection that is very good for you, your heart, your soul, your health. We see here in this image, it's a little bit, you know, it's very subtle, but you can see here a man and a woman putting their foreheads one on top of the other, right? Like resting their foreheads, their third eye, one next to the other. This is such an intimate act, and it requires a lot of trust and just a feeling of I surrender into you. It's so beautiful. But before you jump into this gorgeous connection, one more thing left to do. Archangel Michael is here to help you fight the forces of the dark. I see very clearly that you are advised, or it's suggested, that you should detach from the situation you are involved in. It's not good for you. It's not good for you. Mercury retrograde is going to help you reevaluate your choices, and especially the ones you've been making in your personal connections. You may be stuck in a connection where you just have to financially support an individual that is emotionally unavailable, could be maybe unkind and cruel to you as well. You don't have to put up with this, my lovers. Yeah, my beautiful feelers, you don't have to put up with anything that you don't like. It's your life, you are in control of it, and together with Spirit, you can create magic. Let's see, the prayer that you can say in the Spirit to activate this energy of detachment if you are struggling to let go of this individual. Archangel Michael, I ask you to use your flaming sword to cut any attachment to fear or drama, so that I may be centered in the knowingness that peace is everywhere within me and in this situation. You do need peace of mind. It is better sometimes to be alone and at peace than together with other people and constantly in a state of alert, adrenaline, and high cortisol spikes. That is a situation that will mess up with your brain, with your health, with your neurochemistry. be careful, okay? Be careful of the company you entertain. This is what Spirit wants you to know. And I'm really grateful that I was used as a channel in this reading for you. Thank you so much for being here, my loves. Drop a comment and let me know, how are you feeling? What are you going through? I love to read your comments. If you're there, make sure to like this video and maybe hit the subscribe button as well. It's something very simple that you can do without any effort, and it means the world to me. You're really helping my work to be valued and seen, and I appreciate you so much for it. I hope that you will come back for the next reading. I have a lot more interesting readings coming your way. I just need to sort out through my schedule because I also happen to be employed full-time in this period. So I'm not giving up on this, but I may upload a little bit slower than in the past. And I hope that the content is going to be more inspiring and of better quality. So thank you for being here. I'm sending you so much love. Take care. God bless.